ambassadors, and SDG goalkeepers, the students from around the globe. Its flavor lies in its diversity of countries, cultures, and of course, time zones. Working together as a team has given us the first glimpse of each other's teaching methodologies, the partner schools, and overall view of the cultures of the country. But above all, on the personal front, it has created a bond of friendship which paves way for future collaboration amongst teachers and students. Presenting our team and their respective educators, Sushila Birla Girls School, led by me, Mrs. Joita Shah, SMK Guar Chempeda Kedah, Malaysia, led by Mrs. Saraswati Subramaniam, English El Casilo School, Colombia, led by Ms. Liz Magda Lopez Flores, SMK Gemera, Malaysia, led by Ms. Noor Julaya Binti Muhammad Johan, Golden Gate Global School, Moradabad, led by Ms. Garima Bhatnagar, Seri Bintang Uttra High School, Malaysia, led by Dr. Lee Saw Im. One of the most prestigious schools in Kolkata, Sushila Birla Girls School, which has won many accolades internationally and nationally, in pursuance with the school's mission of empowering the girl child. So curricular topics have been amalgamated with pressing 21st century global issues to provide an international dimension in education, to inculcate the ethos of global citizenship among students. In the next few minutes, my students will give you a brief glimpse of the activities undertaken by the students of the primary section in the past 1 year. Needless to say, these activities are in accordance with the SDGs. Shrenika.
Good evening, afternoon, and morning, teachers and my dear friends. For the next few minutes, I, Shrinika Roy, and my friends Arya Agarwal, Radhika Jain, and Devika Doshi would like to take you through our journey on SDG.
Last session, when I was in class 5, my class teacher explained me the term SDG, which I still recall. Our planet has more than 200 countries and more than 7.8 billion people living, working, playing, eating, sleeping, and arguing together. To solve this problem, an organization called the United Nations, or UN, was created in 1945 after the World Wars, helping the countries get along and prevent war, thereby take care of the environment, medical care, and well-being of the people. But it was a difficult task to remember and execute all the activities. So, like we maintain a diary, similarly, the UN, with all its member countries, unanimously decided on 17 common sustainable development goals, a to-do list for all to help make the planet a happier and safer place by the year 2030.
Audible?
We at Sushila Birla Girls School believe in service before self. Humanity over calamity is an attempt to help people in dire need of basic requirements for survival during these trying times. The students of the primary section spread awareness about the need to support the underprivileged through posters and slogans. For another activity, canvas bags were painted and gifted to the children in need through Leo Club as a mark of friendship and respect towards each other.
1 in 9 people around the world do not get enough food to eat. Our teachers always discourage wastage of food. We participated in activities like preparing lip-smacking platters using kitchen waste and pickling activity to learn preservation of food, which helped us understand the importance of zero wastage of food. People are not getting food to eat, and so we world is becoming increasingly urbanized. It is extremely necessary to have inclusive and sustainable urbanization without harming the environment by adopting a sustainable lifestyle. Activities like growing carrots from its cutting, growing khetri in pots, making compost for our own plants, or advocating for regenerative farming practices and taking care of the soil help us be grateful to the food we eat and the farmers who grow it. After all, once in a life, you need a doctor, lawyer, policeman, or a preacher, but every day, 3 times a day, you need a farmer.
Other than class activities, which laid importance to achieve the common goal of SDG 3, we also observed World Yoga Day and World Mental Health Day in order to cope with stress in a healthy way during the pandemic. National Doctors' Day was celebrated to pay homage to the frontline health workers. Women's Day was celebrated with the theme Choose to Challenge in consonance with UN SDG Goal 5 Gender Equality. We conducted role-play enactment on women who broke the glass ceiling of gender stereotypes and spread awareness campaign through posters, paintings, and penned heartfelt poems to empathize with the issues faced by women from all strata of the society.
In order to follow the mantra of reduce, reuse and recycle to minimize the wastage, we had made household utilities like paper stands, pen holder and paper bags out of household waste. We also learned to make bird feeders from used plastic bottles during the art and craft classes as to take care of nature's bounty. Soil is home to more than 1/4 of Earth's biodiversity. Our school was a part of a United Nations Global Seminar on the occasion of World Soil Day on 5th December. We students spread awareness about the importance of healthy soil and the need to minimize the loss of soil biodiversity due to the thoughtlessness of humans. We presented a special assembly, role play, and poster making activity on the theme Keep Soil Alive, Protect Soil Biodiversity. To advocate towards a sustainable city on the occasion of World Nature Conservation Day on 28 July, we participated in Clean Air and Cycling Children Art Exhibition organized by Bengal Clean Air Network, which was inaugurated by Mr. Manfred Oster, German Consul General in India. Letters and posters stressing on the need for providing safe cycling corridors to save the city from vehicular pollution were displayed. In accordance with the United Nations Ecosystem Restoration Program, we also participated in various activities to highlight the urgent need of reducing the carbon footprint on the planet. Let the water fill the fields so that our earth can be greener, but not our pitchkaris during Holi. Let's say no to H2O Holi, no water Holi.
We had got the opportunity to work in the collaborative project We Are the Superheroes of the Environment with our peers from our partner school, Collège Sacré-Cœur. We shared our views and thoughts with the common objective of saving our blue planet through Padlet and Canva. As the future superheroes of the world, we also created collaborative, trilingual, 12-paged e-comic booklets wherein we, as the young Samaritans of the environment, tried to fight against pollution, thereby saving our Mother Earth. Though we are not superhumans, yet while working on the e-comics, we realized that even the tiniest of our efforts can create a useful and magnificent change in the future of our planet. The project was presented by a teacher in the SDG 13 Climate Action session of RiseUp4GlobalGoals.
Radhika?
The word sustainable have a deep impact on us. Through the activities, we fathom the relevance of the Sustainable Development Goals in our day-to-day life. The various activities made us realize that if we waste, our future generation will find it difficult to survive, and it is just not our necessity but also our right and responsibility.
Devika?
So we, the younger generation, is going to pass the torch to the future generation. Thank you.
Next to present is Ms. Saraswati. Saraswati ma'am, I'm stopping my presentation. So in the stopgap period, I've stopped it. So I will be making her the presenter. Arya, could you please say the poem in the meantime? Ma'am, I'm making you the co-host.
Yes. We are working on the Sustainable Development Goals project. We all are in this together to save our beloved blue planet. Sustainability is showing kindness towards Mother Nature. We cannot be ignorant anymore. It's time to mature. Take small baby steps every single day and be aware. The climate changes are alarming and dangerous. Beware. Due to global warming, the glaciers are melting away. It is real and it is getting worse day by day. Our responsibility is to leave a clean and green earth. Plant more trees. Think for those who are yet to take birth. We are the superheroes, and so we need to tackle. We are the soldiers, and we have to fight this battle.
Charu ma'am, could you just guide me how to make, so Saraswati ma'am is ma'am, you're the co-host, you're the co-presenter now.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, ma'am. Loud
Okay.
and clear.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon and good day, everyone. No matter where we are, I believe we have been connected as a family. And I'm very glad to be here as a family of SDG. And never did I thought that I will be here in this level today. And I would really say thank you very much to Madam Paramjit Kaur Dhillon for having me here. And I can't thank her enough. And of course, all my friends here in this team today. In the beginning, frankly speaking, my school or me, myself, are not even aware of what are SDG goals or what is it about. Only after getting ourselves involved in some of the activities did we realize SDGs are something very, very, very important to the world. And I would like to share, these are some of my goalkeepers that has been working very hard to support the SDG goals. And they have been supporting us in the school, though we are still in lockdown, and the schools are still closed, and they never fail to support us. And there was a time where our schools are open and we could do 1 or 2 activities together with them. And now the schools are closed again, but none of them gave up. Here, I would like to share a poetry recited by one of the boy who has never given up taking part in all the activities organized by the SGGs. Here is Muhammad Faiz bin Kahar from SMK Gua Cempedak.
Hello everyone, my wonderful SDG family. I'm honored to be presenting you a poem of my SDG. I ever wonder, did I ever wonder that I will be in here, that I will know this, that I will take part in this. Though I being the first one, I did not give up. I catch up with all the SDGs. Yeah, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, climate action, life below water, and many more. What could I have done? What could I have done? I have done if my teacher does not expose me with. Neither will I know about this, nor will I never learn about all this. Such wonderful act of kindness throughout the world. Where and when else can we spread the happiness if not here? I take things for granted till I know the value of a drop of water, a breath of fresh air, a bowl of voice of vision, inequality, health, and many more to name. Wonderful I feel. I could play my part. May not be much, but this attitude may not be now, may be in future, may not be alone, but together as a team. Sharing it with all of you now, making it more valuable. Thank you, SDG.
Okay, I will move on to the activities that was conducted by me and my school. For goal number 1, which is no poverty, my school was still under lockdown. So I could not connect with my school children and my school management. So what I did was I tried to connect with the friends and the community who was staying nearby me. So what we did was we had a quick fundraising activity and we start gathering all the friends around here and start looking for families who are suffering from poverty and who lost their jobs due to pandemic. And we start buying groceries and supplies to them during this pandemic. And then the moment after I realized the good things that SDG has been doing, I start connecting back to the schools and get my students to actively involve in all the SDGs, whereby they start writing poetries, start writing articles for the newsletters, and start drawing posters. And these are some of the activities that has been done in the school during the pandemic, during online lessons. You can see here, these are some of the posters that has been drawn by the students, and some are digital arts and some are paintings drawn by them. Right, teachers? I would like to share. And then the moment the school was open, the first activity that we did in the school was planting their own vegetables and planting their own plants in the classroom and at the backyard of the school. This was the most awaited program by the students. We encouraged the students to bring their own vegetable seedlings and they start planting in the classroom in the beginning. And once the plants has grown slightly bigger, they will transfer these vegetables to the backyard of the school. And we encourage the students to take care of it according to the timetable and according to the classroom. Once the vegetables has grown, they start selling it in the school classroom itself to get some fund for the class. And they can also take home the vegetables. What do they get right here? They get some money and they also get to eat vegetables and they spend the money on their own. We also had some environment drawing competitions, and we also encourage students to bring their own water bottles to school. In Malaysia, there is a problem where the students, they tend to buy mineral waters in the school canteen. But after encouraging the students to bring their own water bottles to school, that we could see there is less plastic bottles in the garbage bin. All right, teachers. Then what do I do after every activity that they do in the school or during the online lesson? We make them write essays and we make them keep a journal so that they remember what they have been doing so that they can also carry forward the following year. And these are some of the contributions in the SDG newsletter and the art galleries. And this is my personal experience with my own children, where they plant their own vegetables at the backyard. Though we don't have landed property at home, I make my children plant their own vegetables in the potted plants, a potted garden. Now, before I end my speech, I would like to call upon one of my students, Muhammad Amir Hakimi, to share his experience. Please welcome Muhammad Amir Hakimi.
And in the meantime, Liz Mac, the ma'am from Colombia, would be given the sharing right so that Muhammad Hakimi can speak, and I am making her the presenter.
Yes.
Thank you.
Amir, are you ready?
Yes, teacher, I am ready.
Yeah, you can start.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I am very pleased to be here today. So in my school, we did only a few activities such as planting trees in school. Teacher Saras encouraged us to start from school so that we can bring this to our home and teach our family. We had so much fun doing it together with our friends. Like Teacher Sarah said, we normally buy water from school canteen or school shop. But after joining this SDG, Teacher Sarah's always encourage us to bring water from home. And we must only bring recyclable water bottles to school. This is of course to reduce the amount of plastic usage. Next, our school has also took part in a No Poverty campaign, where Teacher Saras and her team would reach out to people in needs around our school area. We handed out daily needs to those people that weren't able to provide this essential for their family. With this activity, students are exposed to the voluntary world where every life matters. Students will also build up positive attitude such as compassion, empathy, and integrity. My next point is climate change. Since for this goal, we cannot experience it directly, we only learn about this in textbooks or by watching televisions. But since joining SDG, the awareness was created between me and my friends by my teacher. We started to appreciate the climate more now. Before joining the SDG, we didn't think that the climate change is such a serious matter. But now it is known to us as one of the most important because it involves the health of our home, the earth. As a student, not only that I can include SDG goals in my daily routine, but also I can influence my friends to practice these world-changing behaviors. Furthermore, by bringing this behavior back home, not only I can influence my friend, but I can also become an influence to my family. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Muhammad Hamid. Back to
Liz
you,
ma'am.
Ms. Rita.
Thank you. Liz ma'am, please,
Yes,
yours SDG
I'm
journey,
here.
please. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Press
thank
the
you.
screen.
Well, first of all, good morning from Colombia. Now it's raining very heavily in Colombia. So these are blessings for our presentation and for this special day. So I'm Liz Magda Lopez, and I've been working with my warriors, Brigitte Guerrero and Laura Corso. They're my students at El Castillo School. And we have been working in spreading the voice about the SDGs. So during some years, we have carried out some projects at El Castillo School. It hasn't been easy, but we as a good warriors don't give up. In spite of the hard conditions in our country, we are still proposing solutions through projects with the SDGs. So I'm gonna share my presentation. Now it's visible? Yes, okay. So, Laura and Brigitte, go ahead, please.
Hi, good morning. We are Brigitte Guerrero and Laura Corso from Colombia. We are very happy to be here today and share with you a little bit of how we have implemented some of the Sustainable Development Goals at the Castillo School.
Hello everyone, I'm Laura and I will present a brief description of Colombia. Colombia is a diverse
Laura, louder. We can't hear you. Sorry.
Hello. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, I am gonna present a brief description of Colombia. Colombia is a developing country located in South America. However, many young people and teachers have shown that these terms doesn't describe Colombia well because we are highly diverse and multi-ethnic. On the other hand, we have also different challenges, such as the environmental, political, and economic issues. We are in the first position in Latin America with more assassinations of social leaders.
Barranca Bermeja. Barranca Bermeja is a special industrial, tourist, and biodiversity. We have the biggest oil refinery in the country. It causes many environmental issues, especially our water sources that have been affected by some incidents such as oil spills or gas leaks.
El Castillo is our school, where we have learned about the Sustainable Development Goals and how to carry out projects for our community to help to mitigate the environmental damage through awareness and action. We are a school with an emphasis on science and environmental education. That's why we can evidence that most of the students have decided to help with the projects that are implemented in each grade.
Well, I am going to tell you how we have implemented the Sustainable Development Goals in our school through these projects. Number 1, the Opportunity Shop. Number 2, the Aquaponic Project. And number 3, the Climate Action Project. They have been developed at different times and with different impacts on students and our community and environment. Number 1, the Opportunity Shop. This project is intended to benefit mainly the community at the Castillo School. According to the Sustainable Development number 2, students benefit in terms of the marketability of donated items and the sellings and buying of products donated by the students themselves at really economic price and in good condition. Otherwise, they are renovated by the volunteer team involved in this project, creating an advantage in the socioeconomic situation of the student that allows the acquisition of products necessary for their academic life. In this order, the project generates a system of economic savings, a decrease in product waste with economic saving, a decrease in the waste of product which can be restored if they are not in good condition. The project objective is implement a strategy to promote the development of the Castillistas community pursuing power.
Okay, Climate Action Project. This project aims to change student behavior and society's mindset concerning climate change and environmental justice education. During 6 weeks, students brainstorm, explore, create, and discuss and share their findings online, which solve problems and actions. Each week, we created a video of our findings and we published to the website. We are able to learn from our peers globally, and we have discovered that climate change may appear very different in other parts of the world. In this project, the students led a protest for the animals that belong to Barranca Bermeja and have been dangerous.
It's because it's raining very heavily, so that's why the connection is not so good. Finally, Brigitte.
Okay, the Aquaponic Project. This project is related to goal number 2, zero hunger, and goal number 13, of climate action because of its sustainability. We present an educational project focused on ecological agriculture, creating from a large number of easy and inexpensive materials to obtain an aquaponic system. Aquaponics arise from the combination of aquaculture, breeding, and cultivation of aquatic organisms such as fish, crustaceans, and aquatic plants, generally for human consumption, and hydroponics, the science of growing plants where the medium used is an inert substrate. Its purpose is to show that in addition to being an educational resource, it can become an element of change and educational innovation, receiving a more complete and meaningful education while acquiring the skill for the sustainable development. In this project, in particular, we are the leader of the process and currently we are implementing it.
Yes, as DJ said, we are the leaders in this project and we were awarded nationally because of this project. It was very innovative and it was an alternative to solution to hunger. So here we have my leaders, Laura and Brigitte, and we are the warriors to split the voice about SDGs. So thank you very much. That's what we are doing. I don't know how to stop it. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here and to share with you what we are doing in Colombia in our school. It's not too much, but it's with our heart. We are working really hard, trying to find solutions to the many problems that we are facing in our communities. So thank you very much.
May I request Ms. Julaya Noor Muhammad from SK Gamera School to share her SDG journey? Ma'am, you have been given the sharing right.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good evening. Okay, this is my team from SK Gamera, Malaysia. Okay, together here I have one students from other school. Okay, Irfan Zaim from Sekolah Agama Al Amin. Okay, who joined to do the project together with us. Okay, so this is all the warriors. Okay, we just joined the project this year. SDGs program is a new experience for us. And we do all together, and during pandemic COVID-19, my students do it by themselves at home, and luckily they have got a supportive family, and they do the works together with their family. I'm sure SDGs bring a lot positive impact for my students and their family. Okay. Because of I have some technical issue with my videos of my students. Okay. Let's listen to my three warriors. Okay. The first one is Muhammad Danish Fikri. We poet poem, poetry recitation from Muhammad Danish Fikri. He will poet a poem by Maya Angelou. Title Still I Rise, and next video from Irfan Zaim. He will talk about SDG 14, Life Below Water, and next I will show the works, the drawing works from my students. Okay, this is Irfan Zaim, and I cannot able to share the video using my PPT slides. Okay, I try to share the video. Okay. Okay. Is that audible? No. How about this?
No.
While
Yes,
you're sharing your audio, the first screen, gray screen which appear, then you have to change the audio setting there.
Ma'am, like
When
we
you're
did
sharing
yesterday,
the
ma'am.
screen,
The button.
again, please go back.
Okay. How about this?
Unshare your screen.
Sorry. It's okay. I think I will call upon Danish Fikri to recite his poem. Is it okay? I still
Please
cannot.
play. No, not yet. Please, once you reshare the screen, stop sharing it. When you start sharing the screen, the gray screen appear. That
Okay.
right corner, there is
Right
a audio
corner.
option.
Okay.
Audio option, right corner, top. Did you
Top.
got?
Optimize promotion.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
Yeah.
I choose to optimize my motion and promotion and video. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi everyone, today I will present one poem, After Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. The poet remembers a sonnet turned storm. The day survival became the sharp melody of hope soaring like the edge of an urn, forsaking you with eulogy at the door. We rewrite the lines. I remember painting sunrise onto my skin, when your scar had begun to fade. Into smoke I send my thoughts at wind. Into sky is where I remain. We realize our lies. The poet remembers an ocean blooming from dawn. How seeds violently thrown. At the wind can still yawn, wide and well into the shining unknown. We repair these lights. I remember the spine you stole, and the bones you played. When you try to fold my unnatural mouth beneath your blade, how the poet to remember my little word. You will not storm, you will not scar, you will not shine. We reclaim our lives. You remember to feel the trump of what was born in the dark. All of what became of this trembling time, the husk of history becoming. You remember the fallen leaves, and civilization blew from the wound of crimson heroes. The stubborn blood clinging to the ground, how it remembers the dam of their footsteps, the sound of sea foam singing at the shore, the whisper of arrival. We bleed, we remember, we rise. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irfan Zaim and I'm from Sekolah Rendah Islam Alami Kamat Kuala Lumpur. Today, I will share all of us about why should we care about the ocean. Number one, the air we breathe. 50% of the ocean produce over half of the world's oxygen and store 50 times more carbon dioxide than our atmosphere. Transportation. Number two, 76% of all the world trade involving some form of marine transportation. Number three, reaction. From fishing to boating to kayaking and whale watching, the ocean provides us with so many unique activities. Number four, food. The ocean provides so much food than just seafood. Ingredients from the sea are found in surprising food, such as peanut butter and soy milk. Medicine. Many medicinal produce come from the ocean, including ingredients that help fight cancer and heart disease. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
chills when you leave my body. When you leave my body. I get chills when you're not inside me. When you're not inside me. I got love up in my pocket and I don't know what to do with it. I got love up in my rocket and I don't know what to do with it. And I'm hot as hell in the windshield well of your eyes when you were looking at me. There's no way to say how much time it takes to move on again and keep it moving. I got love up in my pocket and I don't know what to do with it. I got love up in my rocket and I don't know what to do with it. I got you on dreams, but I'm all stuck in the reality. But you never really felt the same. It's more like you were using me. I get chills when you leave my body. When you leave my body.
Okay. Okay. Now, let me call upon Zil Zulfikar to talk, give his opinion about SDGs. Okay, Zil?
Hello everyone, my name is Zilba Sofika. Today I'm going to give my opinion. There are 17 goals that are an internationally agreed set of goals focusing on elements of sustainable development. Each government has signed up to and are responsible for taking action to achieve them both nationally and internationally. Each month, we canvassed the views of students on a number of issues related to each goal, as well as tracking opinions on the most pressing issues linked to the goals facing the world today. Sustainable development is largely about people, their well-being, and equity in their relationships with each other in a context where nature society's imbalances can threaten economic and social stability. Because climate change, it drives its impacts and its policy responses will interact with economy production and services. Human settlements and human societies, climate change is likely to be a significant factor in the sustainable development of many areas. Because settlements and industry are often focal points for both mitigation and adaptation policy making and action, these interactions are likely to be at the heart of many kinds of development-oriented responses to concerns about climate change. So for me, sustainable development goal has many benefits. One, it helps in the sustainable management of means and resources. Two, it helps to ensure a bright future for the future generation. Three, it focuses on the environment conservation. 4. It helps in the acquisition, mobilization, and conservation of means and resources. 5. It pays attention to justifiable distribution of means and resources. 6. It checks the trend of excessive use of resources. 7. It helps to achieve higher and wider economic growth. 8. It gives priority to the use and promotion of resources that can be recycled, reused, and renewed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zil. Okay, and thank you, everyone. That's all from SK Gamari.
I will be giving the sharing rights to Garima ma'am. Garima ma'am would be speaking about sharing the story of Golden Gate Global School, Moradabad. Ma'am, please. Ma'am, you're audible. It's fine. If Garima ma'am, are you facing any issues? So should I say Garima ma'am?
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes. Are you able to present your screen, ma'am?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. You can continue.
Hello.
Ma'am, we can hear you.
Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A very warm evening to one and all present here. I, Garima Bhatnagar from Golden Gate Global School, Moradabad, India, feels extremely overwhelmed to address you all on the celebration of Rise Up for SDGs. Children are the future of tomorrow. All these students we are witnessing today sharing their experiences as well as representing their schools will grow up to be the responsible citizens of tomorrow. We know we all have assembled here to motivate these students to cherish the young minds present among us. Well, with this note, I would like to invite our goalkeepers, our Goldenites, Anna Gavri and Arya Kaushik, to take you to the journey of Rise Up for SDGs of Golden Gate Global School. Over to you, Anna and Arya.
The contribution of creativity to sustainable development goals. With this tagline, we, the students of Golden Gate Global School, belongs to the world-famous station Brass City, Moradabad. Cheers, warm greetings for this wonderful evening. The future depends on the sustainable work we do today. All of us in some or other way have been operating for sustainable development goals. Fortunately, we met Paramjeet ma'am and Charu ma'am who had guided us the correct platform and the right direction. Working together with all exceptional people with a thought which will be for the benefit of our Mother Earth and saving the resources for future. With our little scholars, we can transmit the sacraments and can work for the refinement of future. Let us unite ourselves and make this important thought an important mission.
The real strength of a nation is its people. We at GGGS support the mission statement, a blueprint to achieve a healthier and more sustainable future for each and every person, along with our world by 2030. The hashtag Sustainable Development Goals address the global challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. We therefore consider it a tremendous honor to support the #SDG program and commit to the enhancement and progression of young talent across the world. This global platform delivers on our goals, heritage, and tradition to champion talent, strengthen and contribute to the growth and development of the communities we operate in, as well as be an icon of sustainability, which includes reflecting and serving its people to the most.
Arya,
Yes, ma'am.
just a second. I just want to just confirm whether the PPT is visible to you all. Kindly confirm me.
No, ma'am.
No, the PPT isn't visible.
No,
PPT
it's
is
not visible.
Ma'am, are you sharing it from your account or GGGS school?
Ma'am, GGGS is from my account only. Otherwise, you can, ma'am, can you please give access to Ghazal Dhama?
Sure.
Ghazal Dhama.
I've given already. Ma'am, PPT is visible.
Arya, kindly continue. Sorry for the interruption, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Ahana, it's your turn.
Joy of learning by taking up the Rise Up for SDGs journey. Knowledge for a better tomorrow today. Every aspect of development is linked to education, knowledge, and its application. With the Rise Up for SDGs, students learn from experts in sustainable development and join a global community of people committed to making lasting change. Significant progress is possible when countries prioritize the concept of learning for all. This progress is just the beginning of a global movement, with every student in every country learning about the basic life skills and approaches for sustainable development from well-trained teachers equipped with resources and well-designed curricula. Under #RiseUp for SDGs campaign, various activities were conducted to raise awareness among students regarding the SDG goals, namely
Goal number 3, good health and well-being. Activities such as teaching kids how to properly wash their hands and dental checkups were conducted in school.
goal number 4, quality education. Our students were asked to make posters.
Goal number 5, gender equality. Through assemblies and group discussions, our Goldenites were taught to respect each and every gender.
Goal number 7, our scholars used their innovative skills to create masterpieces that spread the message to save the earth.
Goal number 9, innovation and infrastructure. Our prodigies created doodle art depicting how they see India and its cities in the future.
Goal number 10, students were asked to make masks based on inequality.
Goal number 12, responsible consumption and production. Our students use their creativity to use different materials and make bags while saying no to plastic.
Goal number 13, students show how much they care about Earth by writing poems and making posters.
Goal number 14, students depicted life below water through acts.
Goal number 15, students made a poster is based on SDG goal number 15, Life on Land. What SDGs mean to us. First, learn about the world. Second, an active participants in the world they live in. Third, grow empathy and compassion. Fourth, inspire to take action.
Here is a rap song made by Golden Knights, Parv Jain and Aryan Sharma.
Ma'am, can't hear.
Hi, come on in, have a seat. So good morning, everyone. When's the last time any of you drew a picture?
Past 5.
Namaste to all my respected teachers. Today I share the symbol of grade 6 from Golden Gate Global School, Moradabad.
Is here to share my
Ma'am, should we go ahead with Dr. Lee, Garima ma'am?
Ma'am, oh yes, I'll just try it once again. There are some connectivity issues, technical issues. So sorry for the same.
Okay, ma'am. Should I go ahead with Dr. Lee, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Kindly continue.
Dr. Lee, ma'am, I'm giving you the link. Sharing, right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer, especially Ma'am Paramjit. Okay, we know each other since we joined the Microsoft Learning Connection since I think 2 years back, right? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, so before we joined this program, actually my school, I slowly embarked this SDG goals to my student as well. And like last year, we managed to join the climate change. But this year, we couldn't make it because our school is totally closed because of the COVID-19 and it's a school closed. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so okay, so now this is my team. Me, myself is Lisa Im. Okay, my school is from, namely SMK Sri Bintang Utara, or maybe you can say call my school as a Sri Bintang Utara High School, Kuala Lumpur, located at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And you can see on the screen, they are my lovely goalkeepers. I bring today my 2 girls and 2 boys. Okay, later they'll introduce themselves. Keep for them to introduce themselves. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this picture shows my part of my school's building. Okay, you can see we love our school. So the short form for my school is SMK SPU. Okay, so here I would like to share with you I'm a chemistry teacher. So I for this year, because all the classes are online, we are having online teaching. So for my Form 5 and Form 4 student, I already give them some activity like to let them understand about what is meant by SDG goals number 2, zero hunger, through the chemistry. For example, the Form 5, they did, because in their syllabus, they study about food additive. So in that particular topics, they will do the activity to find out how to campaign, to reduce the zero hunger. And then the Form 4 student, I give them another project that's called Turn the Household Waste to the DIY Fertilizer. Okay, so in front of here, you can see these are the part of some of the product for my student. Okay, next page, I would like to share with you. There's another activity that I managed to carry out with my school student. There's a understanding about World Water Day, on the 22nd of March. And then I create a Padlet so that student maybe can write some message, or maybe they can do their video or some things, and then we post in the Padlets. Okay, this is to create the awareness about the water, the importance of water. And beside that, also brought my student to join the equal tourism, okay, by ETC. So you can see in front there are 3 of my students with me, the young chemist, and also I brought another student to join the SDG 4 for the talk. Okay, so this is something that I can help my student to understand about SDG goals. Okay, so the next one, beside this, I have another one. This is just happened yesterday. So like I run another project that's called project-based learning, okay, to reduce the use of plastic as a packaging. So one of my team managed to get award by champion by BIEA London yesterday. So congratulations, I'm very proud of my students, so that because of study chemistry, doing the project, they also can understand about the SDG goals. Okay, so I would like to hand over this presentation from my school, Sri Bintang Utara High School, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to my goalkeeper. Okay, next session.
All right, so can you guys hear me? I need a response because can't really not really
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. So a very good day to all the guests and also my fellow acquaintance. I'm Putri, and today with my partner for session 1 we have Khadija. Khadija, would you like to say hi?
Hello, I'm Raja Khadija, and before we start with our session, actually, we have a small activity which we would like to do, which is a Padlet. And in there, you can talk about how your experience during this pandemic. How do you learn right now? So I'll share the Padlet link in the chat box.
Putri, would you like to continue, or Raja?
Yes, Khadija, is everything okay? Did anyone join the link yet?
No, they can just write it
there.
there.
All right. All right. So I'll carry on. All right. Thank you. Okay. So basically, first and foremost, we would like to talk about the SDG goal 4, which is quality education. So when it comes about education, is about something very important for us, because education is something somewhat that will change the society itself. Especially in youngsters these days, we should actually emphasize education even more, because generation these days, I believe, including myself, is more exposed to the virtual world, and they're more exposed and more advanced than before. So basically, if we don't educate them well, they might actually went into something that they're not supposed to go. That's my opinion. So what about Khadija? What's your opinion about it?
I think I too am in the virtual world, and we get too hooked digitally, like our video games, and we don't really prioritize our education most of the times. So that is my opinion.
All right. So okay. So basically, this is a statistic that we find out from the internet source, whereby participation in organized pre-primary learning increased from 65% in 2010 to 73% in 2019. Within these 9 years, I believe that there's an increase in the quality of education, and it's very good. And we should keep on going till at least maybe it reach about 90% and above in the future among our own new generation in the future, like our child in the future. So everyone would like to see a development in this world, and to make the world a better place, we have to develop the youngsters' mind itself. And also slow progress in school completion is likely to get worse, meaning to say it's like back then it was so slow in education, but now teachers and students both are cooperating and getting into the right track itself, and you can see how it increased from by time to time. And yeah, okay, next, Dr. Lee. Right, so this is actually a experimenting session in our school, which is that's me and also Dr. Lee and also my team. And here we can talk about three SDG goals. First of all is gender equality. You can see how Dr. Lee or even any other teachers in my school gave us the opportunity to try out without considering our gender, whether we're boys or we're girls or whatever they are, because gender equality matters. And like, yeah, the generation consists of all kind of gender, and we should have this one open-minded thingy. So yeah, I think that was a great opportunity given to us. And the next, we also have number 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And as you can see in the picture, we are doing experiment based on our chemistry knowledge, because as you know, Dr. Lee is our chemistry teacher, my class chemistry teacher. Especially when it comes to experiments, she would help us out, and we would explore even more than what we learn in our syllabus. It kind of helps a lot as we join competitions. It makes us become somewhat some person who is like who can speak very well in front of people. Like right now, I know it's gonna if this is on stage, maybe I would have a stage fright. But as far as how I learn from talking and talking from all the session that we joined due to Dr. Lee's guidance, my team and I managed to talk to other people very well these days. And last but not least, you also have number 13, which is climate action. So we care about the environment. So this experiment is basically about creating a packaging, a reusable packaging made out of something biodegradable. As we know, we don't like to have plastic waste in this world. It's like very bad. It decomposes very it takes a lot of time. So basically we have to figure out something that would actually help out. So we tried out and made a new product which can be decomposed in just about few days. So there's no trash that piled up in the environment, the atmosphere itself. Yeah, all right, next. Okay, Khadija.
Yes, so there's actually an obvious drastic change from back then until now. Like for example, back then there were any online classes. The classes were not as digitalized as it now, and the syllabus was way easier, and the class wasn't as fast-paced as it is now. So also students spend hours of researching the library for research, and compared to now, we can do group work like presenting, projects, etc. is completed easier with the help of technology. There's something like Google Slides, like Canva, for example, and they are all very easy. And the syllabus is way harder now. All right. So then, yeah. So, previous slide, please. Okay. So how is the education system currently, and how are the teachers teaching? How are the students revising? Especially now, since right now is the current we're in a pandemic, which is actually putting a drastic change also in our education system. Like for example, now, next slide, please. Like as you can see on the photo, we are learning digitally. We are learning how we're learning online. Like for example, right now in our meeting currently, we're using WebEx, which is something digital, and we're currently learning and gaining more knowledge. So yes, and also students are revising in study groups using Google Meet, WebEx, Zoom, and so on. And then I personally would say that teachers are teaching very well with the help of sources like Canva, the internet in general. All right. Now, however, even when there is a drastic change or an improvement in the education system, there is still a lack of there is still an obvious inequality in it. Previous slide, please, teacher. Twanvi, previous slide, please.
This one?
Yeah. So there is an obvious inequality that still exists in the education system. For example, racial inequality, wealth inequality, and gender inequality. Next slide, please, teacher. So, for example, in racial inequality, it's as like in Malaysia, sometimes there is a Malay supremacy or like a wealth where else the poorer isn't as advanced, and sometimes they get bullied. And gender, like Putri Atika said just now, like STEM always includes boys, and they said like girls can never do STEM, girls can never participate in competition, girls can never do this, girls can never do that. But look at us now, we're literally what do you call that, representing our school to talk about SDG goals, and girls can actually do it. So you can't really put your mindset to this kind of like you can't set your mindset to this kind of stuff. So yes, next slide, please. Punli, next slide, please.
Yes, it's hanging. Wait.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, there. So yeah, previous slide, please. All right, so students of SBU has also joined many competitions or workshops that includes creating or creativity, whereby you create innovations, your idea of your own. And this actually applies from all the education, the whole education system, whereby you actually use the knowledge you've gained in class, the knowledge you've gained in general, and you apply something, you create something new. You create something that will help yourself, you create something that will help the society, you create something that will help the environment. So students of SBU has actually joined many competitions and created many innovations with the help of their knowledge. They can actually create amazing innovations. Like for example, the next slide, I actually showed a few like our drafts and our innovations, which is shopbots by my team myself. But also students of SBU has many other innovations where it's really interesting, and once you actually know about it, you are very fascinated and amused. So yes, that is all from me today. Thank you.
All right, so get back to me. So this is about greenhouse building that we made. I would like to call upon Alif to add on a little about this. Yeah.
Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so for this part, our school or our class have invented a virtual world where students and also teachers can also involve in school activities, where it also involves SDG goals. So in this class, we actually are given a title that is related to a certain subject, like for example, chemistry, where we are actually need to build a greenhouse in a virtual world. So the teacher can also enter the virtual world and teach in the virtual world virtually. So here are some of the examples that we have made for the project. Like this is our example of greenhouse building that we have invented, and also we build it on our own. Okay, and all of the teams consist of girls and boys, everyone. Basically, we don't really have any boundaries. Everyone is involved. When it comes to climate change, everyone is involved. So in this project, we're not only talking about SDG number 11, 12, 13, we're also talking about SDG number 3, which is also gender equality. Okay, so here are some of the products that we have actually invented during class. It is actually made in Minecraft world. So basically, from Minecraft, we are much more advanced than any other classes. And now I would like to invite Putri to explain the next project that they have invented.
All right. Thank you very much, Alif, for the explanation about the Minecraft greenhouse building. Okay, so let's move on to this one. So basically, as we know, as you guys know, that we talk about how we are involved in STEM innovations, competitions, and training ourselves to become somewhat more innovative and creative in our mind throughout all the syllabus and all the subjects learned. So basically, these are some of the innovations that we managed to come out with earlier last year and also this year. Okay. All right. So the first one is actually a remotely operated vehicle that collects a trash as if like plastic on mud, land, and water. And I think Ishu would like to elaborate more on this one.
Yeah, sure. Right. So as Putri said, the first one is we have joined a competition last year, which is the British International Education Association London, and so this competition actually require us to build a model, a prototype to actually collect plastic debris in three surface, which is land, water, and mud. So this is my team's innovation. So moving on to the next innovation we have is called Xenex. So this is actually created or innovated for a spray which is to cure acid rain. So like we spray it around the, like for example, the plants, so that when acid rains touch it, so it cures the thing. Okay. And the last innovation is teacher. So the last innovation is Thermovid. So this is actually a mini thermometer. Like as we know, we are in the pandemic situation, and like most of us like need thermometer sometimes to check our body temperature and so on. So we have innovated mini temperature for us to rapid test for ourselves to know our temperature. So this involves the three SDG goals. The first one is SDG goal number 3, good health and well-being. Number 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. And the last one is SDG 13, which is the climate action.
Really nice innovations. But Ali ma'am, I think we have overshooted the time by quite a few 10 minutes. So I think we need to proceed with the program. So if
We are going to end already. Okay,
yes,
Alif,
ma'am.
you can
Yes, ma'am.
conclude. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
is that
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. That would be great, ma'am. Thank you.
yeah, Alif?
So now it's for discussion time. Teacher, I think you need to next slide.
Yeah, you can conclude.
Okay, so as a conclusion, I think when it comes to the environment, everyone is involved. There's no such thing as boundaries. And I feel like when it comes to education, everyone plays a part. And I think teacher also plays a very huge role. Okay, and when it comes to zero hunger, everyone is involved. Like here are some of the example of ways to overcome zero hunger, which is urban farming, awareness. And here are some of our activities that we have done. Okay, that involve. So last year we have met around 9 countries to actually participate. And as a conclusion, I just want to say that when it comes to climate change and climate action, there's no such thing as boundaries. Everyone is involved, no matter you are women, men, women of color, red, black, white. Everyone is involved. Okay, so that as a conclusion, teachers and students and youth, instead of saying youth will be the solution of this problem, how about we say youth will be the solution to all the problems now. So I think that is all from me and my school. Thank you so much.
Very nice, though a long presentation, but really nice, I would say. So now, as we call ourselves the SDG warriors for a reason. The reason is that we can actually fight through any situation, whether it be yes, I'll just optimize it, the technical glitch that we are all facing today, or whatever. So we can face it all. So there is a anthem sung by composed and sung by a student, and then we
Hey,
have a guest.
let's talk about the Sustainable Development Goals. It enriches our lives and plays an important role. The goals have to be achieved as a whole. Let's be conscious before we lose control. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, we are seeking. Hey, the interesting activities made our learning fun. Jam boards, poems and posters. Our task had begun. We expressed our views to solve the problem, clean water and sanitation, to protect the living organisms. Not following these goals will lead to dissatisfaction. Hey, we must focus on clean energy and climate action? This will make Mother Earth a better place. Let's all join hands before we are replaced. Hey, let's follow the sustainable development goals. It energizes our lives and plays an important role.
I hope you like the team anthem. So that really brings us together. Uh, Ma'am, we have a speaker amongst us, a person who wears many hats, the CBSE teacher trainer and coordinator for the school's NABIT accreditation. She has helmed the school's participation in the Green School Audit for the Center of Science and Environment 2009, when we were awarded the title of the Change Makers of Eastern India. She has been instrumental in setting up international exchange programs for the school with several countries since its inception in 2009, a British Council School Ambassador and Action Research Mentor for the British Council Global Teacher Accreditation Program, International Schools Coordinator for the ISC Program of British Council, and the Global Schools Coordinator of the DFED program facilitated by British Council. And above all, my very, very dear senior colleague from Sushila Birla Girls School, Kolkata, with 20, I hope you can all see my presentation. Yeah, with 27 years of teaching experience, Mrs. Purnima Ravindran. Ma'am.
Can you hear me, please? Joyita, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. A good day to all the people around the globe who are here. Thank you for inviting me to speak at this special event. Now, what is sustainable development? There are so many definitions, and I teach economics, and when we teach sustainable development, I tell them it is the paths that we take to use resources for development today and to ensure that these resources are there for the future generations to come. So today I would like to introduce to you two marvelous ecosystems in and near Kolkata. I come from Kolkata, we are from Kolkata, whose preservation is essential for our city's survival. I don't know how many of you have heard of the ecological miracle in Kolkata, the East Kolkata wetlands, also known as the EKWL. It's the world's largest organic sewage management system. This unique ecosystem has a huge impact on the daily lives of the people of Kolkata and the surrounding regions. This manifests in several ways. We call it the kidneys of the city. Originally a patchwork of low-lying salt marshes and silted up rivers, the EKW is a vast network of man-made wetlands bordered by green embankments and channels. Maintained by farmers and fisherfolk, these unique wetlands receive the city's sewage, organically treat it with the help of sunshine, oxygen, and microbial action and turn it into a productive fish habitat. Nothing short of ecological magic. Through this process of called bioremediation, the waterways clean the city's wastewater in less than 20 days. These wetlands have another major role in protecting the city by acting as a natural flood control system for the city. The gradient of the land in Kolkata slopes from the river Hooghly in the west to east, and the city's sewage and drainage systems have been designed to take advantage of these. Gravitational force takes the discharge eastward, and the wetlands serve as a natural spill basin, a giant sponge of salts. This function becomes particularly relevant during the monsoons when the entire Gangetic Delta is prone to flooding. In short, these wetlands are Kolkata's free sewage remediation works, a fertile aquatic garden, and most importantly, a natural flood defense for the low-lying city. Why are we talking about it here? Apart from its environmental relevance, it is also a brilliant situation where we are coexisting with nature. However, for all their usefulness, These wetlands face a dark future thanks to the city's rapacious real estate mafia, which wants to fill up the large prairies and build on them. These are constantly attempting to take over large parts of the wetlands and have succeeded to some extent. However, with the alarms raised by the ecological warriors, the state government, in tandem with the NGOs, the government is taking steps to eliminate such encroachment so that this ecosystem of vegetable gardens and shallow fish ponds that has been recognized as a Ramsar site since 2002 is preserved. These wetlands are actually a live biology classroom for all the city of Kolkata. And most of us educators have taken our students to these areas. I come to the next one. 80 kilometers further down is the Sundarbans. Most of you may have heard of it. What does the word Sundarban mean? Beautiful forest. Sundarbans is the world's largest mangrove forest, 140,000 hectares, situated on the deltas of the Ganges, the Brahmaputra, and the Meghna rivers on the Bay of Bengal. This site is intersected by a complex network of tidal waterways, mudflats, and small islands of salt-tolerant mangrove forests. It presents an excellent example of the ongoing ecological processes. The area is a home to a wide range of fauna, which includes over 260 bird species, the famous Bengal tiger, and the various other threatened species, including the estuarine crocodile and the Indian python. The Royal Bengal tiger, the most feared predator of this region, has evolved into a long-distance swimmer that hunts on land and water. In India, Sundarbans region, we have about 104 islands, of which 54 are inhabited, have a human population of about 4.5 million. Sad to say, out of every 5 households, one family member has migrated to other states in search of work. Sundarbans, which is the bulwark for its hinterland with Kolkata, the prominent is facing the ravages of nature in the forms of storms, cyclones, and the like, and the erosion by the sea. However, today, we have an alarming scenario of this ecosystem being badly damaged by changing climate conditions, which have affected the mangrove forest and thereby reduced its ability to withstand erosion by sea and the onslaught of cyclones and their ilk. These two examples highlight how essential it is that we work on correcting the conditions that affect our climate adversely. If we don't incorporate climate change into our social and political awareness and work as on it now, there will be no society for us even to fight for in as little as 20 to 25 years. I come to the end of my presentation and thank you very much. And I'd like to congratulate Paramjit ma'am for this wonderful platform that she has created for all the students and all the teachers to come together and share their ideas, views, and work towards a better future for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really enlightening. And we always, Garima ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
There. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. Shall we start? Shall we continue? Yeah. Well, whatever happened today, I just remembered one very famous dialogue from a movie, Mera Naam Joker. Whatever happens, but the show must go on. With this note, I would like to introduce you all from one of the most inspirational person, a teacher from Muradabad. It is said the success of an institution is completely dependent upon its leader. And if he is the one who always motivates you to believe in yourself and do what is right, not what is easy, then for sure it means that you are evolving under the right guidance. Well, I would like to invite, as well as would like to introduce the sculptor of human character, a seasoned scholar, navigator of our flagship of knowledge, the backbone of GGGS, our very own principal sir, Dr. Sachin Khavri, a dedicated educationalist who carries a different vision and is imparting and sharing his knowledge for more than 2 decades in Moradabad. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yeah, very good evening to all the educators and their students. To speak before you today is giving me an immense pleasure and feeling of proud that I myself is associated with such a noble cause, the Sustainable Development Goal. We are from the nation where we not only call mother to whom who has given birth as the birth, but Ganga Ma, Gau Mata, Matrabhumi, that is Mother Cow, Mother Ganges, Mother Earth. We have been taught to honor and respect to ezoic things also. Due to these sacraments, all such goals were naturally achieved till now, but now again need to be taught. In fact, I believe that all these sustainable goals, these all should be the part of school curriculum as a compulsory subject. Each individual must be responsible to heal our Mother Earth, else nature will take it back. And how? This we have seen in past 2 years. So dear students, we are not giving you this earth as we have inherited from our ancestors, but we are giving it to you after spoiling it with more hopes to change and challenges to face. So let's together make a decade of action and a decade of transformation. By these words, I would like to thank you all for eminent work you all are doing. Thanks everyone.
Well, thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much, sir, for giving your precious time to all of us. Well, before ending with this, I would like to just conclude with few quotes. It is a famous quote which is said by Dr. Ratan Tata. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. Well, this world is actually a very small place. We never know how, where, why, for what purpose, in what manner we meet each other. Well, if we talk about us, it is the Rise Up for SDG campaign. It is you, Paramjeet ma'am. It is because of your firm determination and tremendous efforts that we educators all over the world, we got an opportunity to connect with each other, to meet each other, to interact with each other, in spite of residing in different corners of the world. We do have great challenges as well as great opportunities, but I am sure with each other's support, we will meet them for sure. Well, I, on behalf of my team, SDG Warriors, would like to solicit gratitude to all the principals, all the respected teachers, educators, ambassadors, goalkeepers present over here, who all are associated with the noble cause of saving our planet, our Mother Earth. Even I would like to congratulate all our goalkeepers, all our students, who within this limited span of time period, they have done extremely well and made us proud. God bless you all, my dear kids. Well, will not take much of your time and would like to conclude with these lines. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things seems worst, then you must not quit. You must not quit. Thank you everyone for connecting with us. Thank you everyone for giving us your precious time and listening to all of us. Thank you. Over to you, Jyotya ma'am.
Without much ado, I will just say thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I think Paramjeet ma'am has already left because she has a prior appointment. Thank you, Charu ma'am. And thank you, sir. It was great hearing you. I mean, when Garima ma'am had said that you are going to speak, we were so happy. Charu ma'am, thank you. And with Kamla Nehru Public School and Rise Up for SDG, we are actually grateful, all of us, that we could connect. And not only it's on a work front, but we have made great friends from around the world. Thank you so much. With this, the students, you all rock. You all were so good. Thank you so much. Thank you, teachers. And our team, SDG Warriors, were great. Can we have a round, hip hip hooray for SDG Warriors, please? Yes. Thank you. So with that, Charu ma'am, can we end this call then? I think everyone has left. Girls, Sushila Birla, girls leave. Thank you.